violation. Little bitch, I'm from New York, yeah. You know where I'm from, nigga.
What's up? This is your boy Budini Mussolini. This is another Say That Entertainment podcast. I got my boy Tweaks from Connecticut, Bronx. This man is everywhere, worldwide, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Talk to the people. What's up, my man?
Yo, what's going on? It's Tweaks. We here. We outside. Really from the Bronx. Moved to Connecticut when I was like 19. Opened up the recording studio, and the rest is history for real.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure everybody gonna want to know what's the affiliation that we got and what's our interest. Tweaks is into the music. Tweaks is tapped into. He got the studios going on. He got the Beamer Boys and a lot of other shit going on. He's tapped into a lot of people and a lot of things that you guys might be interested in. So now let's talk about the entertainment business. What part of the entertainment business do you serve?
Honestly, like I've been finding myself serving every part. At first, it really was just writing. I was on a ghostwriting team. That's really how I started when I was younger. And then, you know, I found myself engineering a lot, but now I found myself marketing and trying to kind of put other artists in positions where they're marketable or learning how to market themselves. Yeah.
All right, now ghostwriting. I know a little something about ghostwriting. What do you go, you do rap or you go all around the board?
Nah, the only person that I ever ghost wrote for, it was a shorty, and it was a rap. Like it was only rap that she was doing.
So that's what you do. You're into the rap scene and all that, right?
Yeah.
I seen some of your work. What made you get into that?
I'm gonna keep it real. I was forced because my cousin, like, yo, bro, I was always not going to school. You feel me? So my cousin like, yo, bro, if you're not gonna be in school, just pull up to the studio. Let's do something. I'm like, hell nah, because every nigga want to be a rapper, and I like to go against the grain. You feel me? So I was like, fuck it. But I went to the studio once, and after I went, the nigga never really had to ask me to go back ever. I just kept going and going and going and going. It was just an addiction for real.
You know what? Most of the time I look at entertainers, their story is similar to that. Young Thug and Baby, Lil Baby.
Yeah, so
it was something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you always got somebody that's trying to motivate somebody who got potential that they might not see that they got until somebody else bring it out of them. You know what I'm saying?
My cousin nice too, and that nigga not trying to do the music thing, bro. He be falling back. He antisocial as fuck.
Okay, so that's where your strongest is at in the music.
Yeah,
what kind of what's the name of some of the songs you got?
Shit, right now what I got out Why Can't I Fall in Love? That song really mean a lot to me, only because Empire really signed me off that song. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a distribution deal through them off that song, so that was dope.
It's called Why Can't I Fall in Love?
Yeah, Why Can't I Fall in Love? Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna keep it a band. Like, my whole goal, right, from having the studio was always trying to build a single up from the ground up. Cause you know a lot of niggas, no offense to those that do, you feel me? Cause I own the studio, I own mad studios, and I know that niggas rap over YouTube beats all day. That's cool, bro. I just said, like, since I've had the studio so long, I needed to build something from the ground up. So I have producers in my studio, and I have engineers, even though I mostly engineer myself, you feel me? But I said, yo, I sent out something to my producer, like a few ideas, and he sent me back a few like beats, and then from there we kind of worked on it together in the studio. I don't think there was too much written for it.
Where is your strongest piece? You're stronger in the rap game or in the engineering game? Those are two powerful pieces, right?
Here's what I feel like I'm a strong writer.
A writer.
I feel like I'm as strong of a writer as I am an engineer. That's how I feel.
Where is more money at, in engineering or writing?
More money, I feel,
This
is
is
wherever.
what people want to know, man.
I feel like more money is really wherever you put your head at. Cause watch this, like a lot of niggas be trying to hit niggas over the head for the publishing rights. Cause that's how writers get paid. They get paid through the publishing rights, and usually publishing rights is 200% of the revenue. You feel me? So writers can get paid more. Often they don't. Like engineers, it's more straightforward because I provided a service. I need to get paid. I need to get paid for this service, bro. Niggas is not mixing for free. Like,
say that. Let's get to it.
Right.
This is the stuff people need to know about what's going on with the game. Okay, because a lot of times I look at it like this. I see engineers. They're very important to the music industry. I don't even think it would be one without them.
More than people know.
More than people know.
A lot more than people know.
Exactly. So engineering is a skill that I think if you got it, you need to really keep pushing towards doing that because that's something that the music game not just want. They need engineers. I never went and did it. And even this podcast, you need an engineer. Yep. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, all right. So you know how to do both. You in the writing, you're in the engineering.
Oh, the engineering shit too. I was forced to do that shit too.
How you?
Cause like, watch this. I opened up the recording studio. My whole thing was I always wanted to just be a shadow investor, right? Cause I always find myself having the bag to kick it into something I like to invest, right? Cool. So I found a young youth in Connecticut. I leave his name out of it, but I found a young youth and I said, yo, listen, like, let's open up this recording studio together. I'll put the bag up, I'll buy the equipment, XYZ, but you got an engineer, because he was engineering at the time, right? So I bought everything, I opened up the studio, got it built from scratch, all that. And then, in the first week, the nigga engineered like one client or something like that. I think he charged him like $40 an hour. Yo, shout out Jugga too. I think that's who the first client was. Jugga, he doing his little comedy shit right now in Connecticut. He got that buzzing. That's fire. But yeah, so he did it for $40. After that first week, he was like, "Yo, bro, like you're not paying me enough." I'm like, "My nigga, how the fuck am I supposed?"
Damn.
I'm like, "Yo, bro, how the fuck am I supposed to pay you, nigga? I just dropped like 30 bands in the stew, and then." Like, the rent still got to come out of my pocket, bro. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, bro, like, you got to wait for this shit to turn around. He like, yo, listen, if you're not paying me hourly, I don't want to fuck with it. So I said, that's fine. Don't fuck with it then, you feel me, bro? So I parted ways with bro. And I was forced to engineer because I'm like, I signed a 3-year lease for this bitch. So it's either I learn how to engineer or, you know, niggas going to have to owe the landlord breach for no reason.
I'm going to say this. Excuse me, I don't mean to cut you off.
Nah.
I'm gonna say this. The part of the game that you just said where you went into it and right away somebody expected the bag, right? I see a lot of times that happens in the industry with a lot of groups, artists that come in here with friends and they try to go into this shit.
Yeah, but I think the saddest part though, bro, is like, it's different if you a nigga on the outside. Like if you a nigga on the outside and you watching it and you like, all right, you know what? Bro got his studio set up, blah, blah, blah. He must have the bag. Cool. But if you a nigga on the inside, like how he was, like, yo, he's watching, I'm telling him, like, yo, bro, I got to do this to get this. I got to do this to get that.
Right,
like,
right.
It's a little different, bro, because I felt like, yo, bro, you should be down to, like, 10 toes down in this shit. Because the studio turned around, niggas got to bet on themselves, like. Yeah, I'm never gonna lose when I bet on myself. The studio turned around, so I don't know. You feel me, bro? Like, but that just be certain people, like, their vision is super, super short-sighted. Like, they don't have
Well, I can't say super short-sighted. I would say this. We always look at things from our own perspective.
That's true, too.
And life, and a lot of times when people come across, we're disagreeing with each other because they're only seeing it from their perspective. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And when it comes to that, you gotta understand that if you take yourself out of perspective and look at it at perception, like you look at it from the outside in, you could kind of see both parts of it. Like when it comes to a person investing in somebody's dream, you know where this is gonna go. You got all these, you laying down thinking about it, you know, and so another person coming in, you could either get him in tune with what you see, like, you know, y'all could both get on the same vision, like, yo, we could make this happen. Or you got a guy that's just gonna be investing into what you think you could make happen, and he's just gonna be like, I'll put a piece to it, and then most people jump on it when they see it growing fast. You know what I'm saying? Like if they see some growth, but people don't have patience,
by them
bro.
times it'd be late.
Yeah, people don't got patience.
But that'd be the thing, bro. Like, but that's the thing is like if people was really, if they just educated themselves or stay loyal, even without the education, if you just stay loyal, bro, a lot of positivity comes from staying loyal alone.
It does.
Alone, like.
It does, but
Even sometimes staying loyal to bad situations. Shit, I'm a product of that. You feel me?
correct.
So,
But
that's how I feel.
loyalty, it comes, brother. I mean, some people honor loyalty in areas where it don't need to be honored, and some people don't even know what loyalty is. That word is thrown around easy, like that just comes with every third person. But my nigga is the hardest thing to find in people. You can't trust your family sometimes, bro.
Absolutely.
So when you come from the outside and money, loyalty and money, those are the two hardest things to mix together. You understand what I'm saying? Like once you see some money, you can have a person at ground zero at the bottom. Y'all could be loyal to each other from high school till y'all become adults. But then when some money get involved, that might be y'all turning point.
But then that nigga was never loyal, bro.
You won't know that until the time comes up.
That's true. That's true. But then he was never loyal. You can't even define it as that. You can't look back at it like that.
That's facts.
You can't even look back at it like that.
No.
You gotta look at it like, yo, bro, that's why you gotta be selective with who you loyal to.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Right. Because that should be happening all too often.
I got a question for you. What's your background check? What are you, Jamaican?
I'm fully Jamaican.
Fully Jamaican. I kind of knew it already. I kind of. Now check this out. I want to ask you something about the we got to get into that now. All right. Now, as far as like reggae, the Caribbean music, and all that stuff. All right. Are you into that kind of music? Number one. That's
Yes.
the first thing I want to know.
I am, but not too much of the new school shit. I'm not gonna lie, like, but vibes, like, yo, you feel me? World Boss Free, like, that's my guy. I can't lie. Vibes. He always runs
Vibes Cartel?
Yeah, Vibes Cartel.
So you into more like the older?
I mean, yeah, but I can't lie. Like, I feel like he never really fell off. I don't feel like he old. I feel like he with the times.
No, but he's not the only artist you like. Like I'm saying, like with the music. You're saying you don't like the new music.
I don't really like the new TikTok-y Jamaican music that's coming out. I don't really like that. Like some records I could get down with, but overall, I don't really like the new TikTok-y vibe that niggas got going on. Okay. That ain't really.
I'm gonna say this. Tell me if you can agree to this. I don't know how far it goes back with you, but I'm gonna say this. I remember one time when they had reggae music, it was played on the radio every Sunday. They had David Levy. They had this shit playing. Like, it was a real popular thing, right? And somewhere along the lines, it kind of started dimming down. And I don't know if a lot of people are aware, but I'm going to tell the people today on why I think that is. Now, I think that, I know you know what the LBGD movement, whatever that movement is, you know. That movement came out, and when that movement came out, a lot of laws around what you say towards gay people and all that were passed. Jamaican music put a lot of, violence towards gay people. They put a lot of marks towards Bati boys. And you can't use that anymore over the waves of this music because it's always going to be called discrimination or looked at as discrimination. So this is why the kind of music we like, that hard to the paint, that backyard Jamaican music, we like that real shit. And I like that music too, but they don't play that no more because of that reason what I just told you. Those Jamaicans are not, that shit ain't wanted over here.
Absolutely.
This country is controlled. They control what comes over here. So you kind of looking at a damper down version.
Yeah, but that's the thing too, is that now Jamaicans, I could roll up, right, bro?
Go ahead, smoke. We here.
But, that's the other thing too, is that you looking at shit right now that's going on, in which, not to say nothing, like, I live here, I fuck with the US and shit, but like a lot of their influences are starting to happen in the music world on an international level. And personally, it's affecting the music. But you know what though? Nothing can kill the culture, bro. Cause look, Buju Banton just came back. He just performed in New York like last week.
Buju?
Yeah, Buju just came and performed in New York like last week.
Where he performed at?
I don't know.
Probably the Barclay or somewhere, right?
Yeah, somewhere in New York. He came back and he performed last week. Niggas just finally approved his visa. Look at Vibes. They finally free up Vibes. They giving a lot of the, and then look at Skilly. Skilly I feel is one of the retro artists now that crossed over from Jamaica to international waters kind of seamlessly. And I feel like he a product of what I'm talking about.
Okay. So, all right, moving forward. Now, let's talk about you, though. Let's get back into what you got going on. Now, you got some shit that you got going on in Connecticut that you're building. And this is a business that is about to make this shit really happen. So tell me about that. Let the people know what it is so we can entertain it.
Right now, what I'm really excited to announce, and it's really the first time that I'm publicly like announcing it, is we just settled on getting a 12,000 square foot building. Howell Records and Bimmer Boys is gonna be operating in the building. And it's a real good look for Connecticut because we're gonna have 5 new recording studios. We could record live bands. There's gonna be an auditorium in there. We could throw events, open mics, all of that type of stuff gonna go on in there. In the bottom, we're gonna have Bimmer Boys, lots of BMWs, lots of car clubs. I'm eventually trying to make sure that it turns out to be some kind of rental agency / BMW car group. So yeah, bro, lots of great things ahead for that building in Bridgeport. I think it's also gonna bridge the connection for me finally between Connecticut and New York, because my main recording studio in New Britain, it's a little too far up for niggas to be driving up from the Bronx sometime. But in Bridgeport, it's like 30 minutes away. And I know a lot of niggas like to get out, especially if they're gonna go to the recording studio. They want to take a little drive. So
Right.
You feel me? Bridgeport is fire. Niggas could pull up and get the same quality from Howard Records that they was getting in New Britain.
Okay, so when is this? When you plan on?
Trying to make sure everything gets together by 2025 for real.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
but there's gonna be a lot of stuff happening before 2025 though.
Okay.
But we hoping that the building and everything will be up and running by 2025.
All right. Now I see on your page you put you got a studio that's connected to Hot. Is it 937?
Yeah, Hot 93.7. Yeah, that shit is a story in its own. Just when I first put the studio up, I was fucking around with Kid Fresh and the producer over there at Hot 93.7. His name was Chuck West. Shout out Chuck West. He really the first person that like heard my music and was like, yo, you know what, bro? Like, I fuck with it. Let's put you on the radio out here, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Then from there, I built the relationship with Kid Fresh, and he came through to the studio and just did an ad for me because I was doing a couple drops for the radio station already, and they liked the quality. So he came through, he did a couple drops, and then from there, you know, the rest is history, because after that, Connecticut was really fucking with it, and I'm really not the type to pick and choose who I give the quality to. So anybody that's coming to me, they always gonna get one consistent quality. So from there, the studio just kind of exploded. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure you spend most of your time at that studio.
A lot of time at the studio.
Right.
Niggas in CT know if they pull up 9 times out of 10, I'm probably there.
Are you working on some new material?
Yeah, I just recorded 4 new records. I'm really trying to finish up this album / EP that I got going on. I just shot something for that too. I've been throwing up a lot of the little previews on the gram. I've been seeing that people been fucking with it, so I might drop that one soon.
What's your gram? You want to tell the people your gram?
Yeah, my Instagram at Dante Tweaks. At Dante Tweaks on everything.
Dante Tweaks, YouTube and all that?
Everything.
Everything is Dante Tweaks.
Same thing, yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you might want to let them know that so they could tune in. As far as the podcasting situation, like the buildings, like in Connecticut, to my understanding, there's not a lot of podcasters.
Yeah.
Get a little revenue over there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of podcasts in Connecticut. Connecticut is an up and coming scene. I feel like everything that's happening major in the music scene, Connecticut is eventually gonna catch on and do it, if not doing it in some parts already. The only thing with Connecticut is it needs a lot of people with major money. That's what I feel like Connecticut is lacking, and the only reason it's lacking that is because I feel like the living expenses is kind of lower than the typical city. So a lot of people kind of getting by on not too much, which is fine. It's just that when it comes down to the investing part, it makes it a little mediocre sometimes on some of the artists that I find out there, because they feel like getting on is about strictly talent, in which it hasn't been strictly talent for years. It probably has never been strictly talent. So you feel me, bro? So it's one of those things where, but I don't hate, bro. My goal is to try and educate, but I learned that sometimes when you try to educate, that also causes anger, because anger happens when niggas is unfamiliar with certain shit.
Correct.
So with that being said, you know, I tread lightly, but we do offer a lot of marketing services from our records. But I gotta say that the studio time sells more than the marketing services, in which it should be the opposite way around.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what you said. I gotta jump on this one real quick. All right, so now as far as like advice to give people in the entertainment business on how to get on, it's not about talent.
It's not
All
about
right,
talent.
listen, I got some. Listen, I agree 120%. Now I'm gonna say this to the people that are entertainers that are listening to this man right here, because he's loopy. So and I had some conversations outside of this podcast with him. So let's get on this level. It's like this. What he means by it's not about
Can you
talent.
hit the light, please, bro?
If you're consistent with what you think is hot, I don't care if you're talking about shoes. You could be talking about paper clips. I don't care what it is, but if you're consistent and you think you hot, your job is to convince the people that you're hot. That's all you gotta do. Because if you ever really listen to the song by Trinidad James, "Gold All in My Chain," nigga, 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 you know what song I'm talking about. That song right there is prime example of talent and just believing that your shit is hot. Absolutely. And he just I'm not gonna lie, I like Trinidad James. He made me believe that shit was hot. So at the end of the day, I'm telling you that the market in the business is to keep pushing, whether you're talking about pigs or pork or money. It don't matter. Keep pushing your shit. If that's what the topic is, keep it going, because we kind of entertain what we don't understand. Lady Gaga. We like to see weird shit. We'll go back online to see what's coming next. So just keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? That's the market. The market is keeping it coming. Sometimes we fall off, but
yeah, unfortunately, right now it really is. It be quantity a lot over quality nowadays. I'm not gonna lie, you know. So
so you if you come on every day and say 2 words, it's better than not saying nothing for a month.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's about consistency, y'all. That's what the man is telling you. Be consistent. Keep popping up everywhere. You're gonna get 10 doors slammed before you get one open. That's how it works. So with that being said, you know.
And you gotta be, you feel me? Like back to what we were saying earlier, like you gotta be loyal to yourself. Like you gotta be loyal to your cause. Like if you got a cause and you truthfully believe in it, bro, it's not necessarily about being extra famous or being extra rich, but it's about accomplishing your cause. You feel me? If that shit comes with it, then it comes with it. You feel me? But if it don't, then it don't. For me, I just really gotta accomplish my cause.
And as far as like what people can get from you, as far as like what to expect if they wanted to invest into anything you got going on, what is it that they can expect?
Your dreams to come true. That's my whole thing, bro. I want people's dreams to come true. Like,
and how do they connect with you? Like, what do they got to come with? They got to do. Tell the people what they got to, like, an artist. Say if an artist wanted to come to you and he wanted to get on, what does he have to come with? He has to come with his material together. He has to come with the bag. He has to come with.
Everything be on a case by case basis. I'm gonna say that, especially what niggas got to come with though is the right attitude, bro, and respect. Cause a lot of the times, A lot of the time, shit could happen. You can manifest shit without money. You feel me? As long as you got the positive attitude and the right respect and the right values, you can manifest a lot of shit without physical money. So I feel like if an artist was to come, I just feel like you got to be honest. Like, if you got it, then you got the bag. And I always tell people this at the studio too. Like, you know, if you got the bag, I'm not trying to take the bag from you. I'm about to tell you where to put it. I just need a little service fee for my fucking knowledge. That's about it. You can't complain. You feel me? I gotta eat too. Like, you feel me? But I'm the type of nigga. I just want to tell you where to put the bag. If you got the bag, if you don't got the bag, then I'm gonna tell you like, this is how you could get it. X, Y, Z. You feel me? And change your thought process towards this, and then, you know, try to figure out how you could get shit done without the bag. Try to brush some shoulders, get some relationships. You feel me? Like, yeah.
And these are artists, or this is just anybody?
This is artists that I'm talking to, but quite honestly, I guess it could apply. It could apply to anybody.
Because that's what people want to know. They want to, like, my podcast is basically about trying to give people information, real information, because I believe that a lot of people, they get on these sites and they miss out on pieces on what it really takes to get to where you got to go. They'll get on there and tell you, just believe in God and, you know, keep doing this and keep doing it. It's a lot more to it.
I was seeing, you know that shit kind of bring me into a deep thought process, bro. Let me get this lighter. It bring me into a deep thought process because I see that what we talking about right now has never been talked about. It's just right now this shit is starting to get a little bit more in people's faces, and I feel like the revolution is telepathic, bro. Because why I'm saying that is, if you look at some of the realest people in the industry, and I'm talking about countless stories of, you know, niggas being nice or investing in other people's dreams and their dreams working out. These people be telling you the same things that we be saying, is that it's not really about talent, but how can you market yourself? How can you, you know, make yourself a business and make yourself profitable, like being that business? So I just feel like right now, it's starting to get more prevalent. It's starting to really ring a lot of bells in people's minds, and people starting to take advantage of the traffic on social media and shit like that, where they could take advantage of to get to the masses.
Yeah, it's a bigger channel to do that. I think it's easier, definitely easier than it was back in the day to get your shit out.
It's easier, but then it's also more saturated now because it is so easy. You know?
Yeah. It's just crowded. The whole game is crowded, flooded full of people that's trying to push the same thing. And my brother told me a jewel back in the day. He said, when everybody start doing the same thing, it's time for you to find something else to do.
Absolutely.
You know, and there's a great message in that when he told me that. I understood what that meant. So, you know, it's a lot of artists out there, and it's a lot of talent out there that I've seen. And like I said, that don't mean just because you got the talent that niggas gonna look at you like you there. You gotta really work. I don't give a fuck how talented you is, how many bars you can put in one song. You better know how to put some work in. Because if you don't.
I was dealing with an artist the other day, and I told him, you know, let's get on the phone for a call. And I was telling them some of the prices of the services, and I was being transparent. I was telling them, you know, look, majority of this money is going towards the service. Like, my service fee is X amount of dollars.
Right.
And the artist's reply to me was, you know, hey, I'm not gonna pay to get on any kind of platform, in which that works out for a very, 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 very slim number of platforms, which I could probably count on one hand. Most platforms you got to pay because it's all an investment. And so, you know, I had that whole conversation with the artist about how you got to pay to get on certain platforms, but they were adamant that they didn't have to. So, you know, it's that's an uphill battle in its own. sometimes, trying to figure out if it's even worth talking about.
So most of the time, when we look at all these artists coming out, you would say that the reason that if they didn't get to where they wanted to go, it was because they wasn't consistent with pushing the pedal on what they were doing.
What you mean? You mean like more established artists, or?
I'm talking about an artist that's on the come up that had maybe a small buzz. If he never flared up, is it because a bad deal, you think, or is it because his consistency was just not there?
Money run out. So
Money
run out. That's what that shit is.
Money
like,
run out?
Money run out, bro. Cause like you see a nigga buzz, and that's cause a nigga going on a promo run. Might be going on a promo run. You feel me? He got the bag to toss behind certain shit. It's just like an investment. But if the investment don't double back, then you probably not gonna see the artist again for a little while until he could get another bag, and then you could see some more stuff from the artist, you know? My nigga, this shit going back, decades, bro. If you look at the fucking marketing budget for all the crazy stars, like Janet Jackson, all these niggas, they got 20+ million in the marketing budget alone. It's like, you start thinking like, damn, what can a nigga really do with $5,000 or $10,000? And we talking about.
All right. So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna try to break this down to the lamest term as possible. All right. So I'm looking at it like this. What you're saying is, say if I go get a deal, and the deal was for $3 million, right? And they gave me $3 million. That's the bag that I get for whatever deal I make with them.
Okay.
Now in that deal, my $3 million has to pay for everything that I'm doing.
That depends on the deal.
But is that what most deals is? Like they'll get a bag?
I feel like most niggas take an advance. So most niggas will take an advance because they see the bread up there, they see the bread up front, but they don't know what's coming with the advance. The recoup money, how much royalties they getting out of the streams, or like just anything that they do. Be the terms of the deals, bro. Be the terms of the deals. You know, like if you get $3 million up front, you know, that's cool. But then how much are you gonna have to kick back to the label? Are you gonna have to kick back 10 million? You're gonna have to kick back 12 million? Because the shit is just a loan.
So whatever you get, the problem is this is what the problem be. So with the money they get from the labels, instead of kicking the money back to the label, they trick the money off with the Lambos, the Raris, the jewelry, and all that. And then they poorly invest their money into things that they don't really have kickback. And then when it comes to getting the kickback to the people, it becomes a problem. So they go to another person to help feed the other kickback. And once they go to that other person to make out an arrangement with him to feed that kickback, they still got to feed this person the kickback that you just got from him. And then the horse trail goes on. Yeah,
I feel like that, you know, like I feel like that was it's something that is current right now, but I feel like really something that's going on right now is like, no matter the bread, the price to pop a single is going up. You feel me? Like, you know, back in the day, it was like $250,000 to really get a single to pop. Like, and you could spend that at once, or you could spend that, you know, over the course of months or years. Now the price to pop a single is like 350, like $400,000, because you got so many different outlets. Like I said, this shit is like saturated now. So whenever shit is saturated, you gotta find how are you gonna stand out. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a cause. But besides all of that, niggas buying jewelry and buying cars and all the fucking wicked shit, like, it's also how much bread is going back into the market. And actually, there's too many outlets nowadays, bro.
Damn. So you just basically get caught in like a web.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it nowadays.
And if you don't know how to shake yourself out of the web, then you're stuck. That's what most people. That's what most people end up going down. That's where it starts going downhill.
Right. But then I double back to what I was saying. Like, you got to bet on yourself, because I'll take less money up front if I know that they're not going to have too many hands in what I got going on in the back end.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can it's not to say, yo, I'm not gonna work with a label or whatever. Like, it's a part of the game. You're gonna have to work with niggas, but you could take less money so that niggas have less control over what you got going on, and they take less of your future bread.
So it's like, all right, you could take less money for more control.
Right.
But you could take more money, you might have less
control. Right. That's a
makes
gamble. That's a gamble. That's a gamble. Everybody got to choose.
That makes sense. And most people, what they gonna do?
They gonna take the bread.
And that's why the game go the way it go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta really think. My father told me that too. You gotta lose to win sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta lose to win. You really do. I understand that one too. So yeah, that's a powerful jewel right there in itself.
Yeah,
and that's good information to give some of these artists that's trying to go in the game and figure out how to get caught up and how not to get caught up.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
That's dope. But all right, so you got this the new building out there. I'm probably gonna be one of the first people from Long Island to entertain it.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you out there,
I'm
bro.
coming to fuck with it. I already know. But,
Yes, sir.
For the people that's interested, y'all can hit me on my page. Y'all wanna get to a studio in Connecticut, or y'all wanna do some movement out there or connect to other artists, you can tag any of these pages. You can tag my page, which is Boudini77, or Say That Entertainment, and your page.
You could have Dante Tweaks. You could tag Dante Tweaks, or for the studio sessions, look up Howell Records, HOWELL Records, spelled the regular way.
Okay, so that's how you connect to us if you want to get involved in any of the stuff that we got going on. My boy's he's pretty much involved in a lot of the shit with the music. He knows a lot of people. He can get you on a lot of stages. So just like, take this little opportunity very serious, because if you know Boudini, man, I'm gonna make it happen for you. Other than that, with that being said, as far as my plans with you, I feel like just going straight to the stars, brother. I don't really gotta say much.
Absolutely, bro.
You know how that shit working.
Absolutely. Very big on manifesting, bro. That's what we doing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else you wanted to put out there as far as any information you wanted to give to the people on that be viewing Say That Entertainment?
Shit, not too much, bro. Just that, look out for the next hot spot. It's definitely Connecticut. A lot of shit is bubbling up out there. And I might be from New York, but I really, really, really do fuck with Connecticut and, everything that niggas got going on. It's just got to get a lot more money. And then, everything going to be on deck. Yeah.
I got a question, one more before we get out of here. Who's what artist is coming out of Connecticut right now? Any?
Yo, we got a lot of artists coming out of Connecticut right now.
Who's the one that your ears ringing on?
Shit, right now, for real, you got Joker Hood Star.
Joker Hood Star?
Joker Hood Star, yeah, Joke. Yeah, he coming out of New Britain, Connecticut. Yeah. He got it
YouTube,
going on.
He's
on YouTube, Instagram, all that. Joker Hood Star. You could go search him up. Yeah. He just dropped some shit. Half a ticket. I went to that video shoot. That shit was hot. You gotta go look that shit up.
All right, Joker Hood Star. All right, that's fire. All right, so with that being said, we're gonna tie it up. Another Say That Entertainment with your boy Boudini and my man Tweaks. And with that being said, we signing out. Say that.
Yo, so
Bitch, I'm from New York. You can tell by how I talk, by how I dress, how I walk. Bitch, I'm from New York. Little cocky motherfucker. Whole team ballin' like the Rucker. Bitch, I'm from New York. In the deli like please. Rapido.